What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to review the RollWalk e-skates. Now these are electric powered shoes, as RollWalk calls it. First thing right off the bat, you can see that it has a carrying case and the material is actually quite durable. You shouldn't be really afraid of ripping it. Once you take it out the bag, you got yourself the two skates and the remote. Just first off, just looking straight off the bat, they look really nice in my opinion. You got your charging port and the power button on the side right here. If you look at the upper portion, you have a rubber padding so it applies more grip to your shoe, and you have these two straps for your front end of your foot, and then you have another strap right here as well with a magnetic buckle. So it just clicks right on. When you purchase the skates, it will be in a white color. They will also give you orange stickers as well, and an orange plastic piece right here you can switch out. But just looking at the skates itself, you basically have a hub motor right in the rear, and you got yourself the battery right in the middle, and then the wheels in the front. So on the website, they have three options. If you would like to get the regular option with just the skates itself, the pricing will be around $459. The second option will be with the protective gear, which will be around $479. If you want to go for the Pro model, which will give you more range, that will be around $529. The model I have here is the Pro model. You should be getting around 15 miles of range as they advertise. So based off the specs, the weight limit these skates could handle is up to 220 pounds. The top speed will be around 20 miles per hour, which we will be testing soon. The hill climb they claim is around 20%, and the IP rating they claim is around IPX4. Charge time for the Pros will be 1 hour, which is really good. The type of cells that RollWalk is using are the Samsung 18650 cells. These are premium cells. The motor controllers it will be using are LingE ESCs. It is packed in there, and you have your LingE remote right here. You will get 4 speed modes and 4 brake modes, and you can see the battery life on both skates, which is very cool. And the motors it is using are 2 hub motors at 300 watts each, so you have 600 watts in total, and you have these rubber sleeves basically on the whole hub motor itself, and then you got your regular rubber wheels in the front. A good thing about rubber wheels is that it'll apply more grip and comfort, so if you were to go over puddles, it'll apply that extra grip. The contact patch is actually very good. It is very flat, so it should apply even more grip. Your foot would stay nice and flat basically on the ground. And the size of these wheels will be 70 millimeters with a 75A durometer. But overall, the build quality is very nice. I am not gonna lie, they have done a good job. So we're gonna test it out right now with the gear RollWalk has given me. So I definitely appreciate it a lot, and hopefully I don't die. Alright, so we're gonna put these on right now. First thing to start off is just open up your straps. Make sure everything is open. You'll put your foot in. Make sure the heel of your foot is matched up with the back of the roller skate itself, because if your foot starts hanging off too far in the back, it's gonna throw back very easily. So you wanna match your foot, the back of your heel, to the back of this roller skate. So I'm gonna match it up right now. There you go. Then I'll take this strap, bring the strap around. If it's too short, you open up the Velcro on the other end. Right here, you just click it like that, and then you just tighten it here on the other end. All right, now you're gonna do the front of your shoe. All you have to do is take the front strap, bring it through here, and then just tighten it like that. So I got the brakes on Pro right now, and we're gonna go through all the speed modes. So right now I'm on low, so we're gonna attempt low right now, full throttle. So this is low. Top speed is 3 miles an hour. I'm actually comfortable with this mode, but it's very slow. It's like walking speed. I could walk literally at the speed. Now we're gonna bump it up to middle, I think it's called. Full throttle. Okay, all right, that has a kick. Wow. All right, I'm traveling 8 miles an hour. This is very weird. I am not very good at this, so it's gonna take some time for me to adjust. Oh man, it is bumpy. I am gonna go a little bit further just so I could go on some smoother pavement, but it's actually pretty good. It's absorbing it well. I could cruise in this mode. It's actually not bad. Now let's try braking at full force. Oh, holy shit. Those brakes are strong. Now I'm gonna put it on high mode. A good thing about this is, like I mentioned, how it's LingE. You could hold on to the brakes and you could pretty much walk with them. So let's try it right now. 3, 2, 1, hit it. Okay. All right, this is high. I'm going 13 miles an hour. I'm not gonna slam on the brakes, but I'm gonna come to a stop. Oh my God, that's scary. So last mode is pro mode. I just switched it to pro. Top speed should be about like 20 miles an hour. But look at that, I'm able to roller skate without the power. So if your battery does die, you can literally just roller skate. For the final test, we're gonna test it on this very smooth road. Gonna make sure there's no cars. I'm on pro. This is also a slight incline. I might not hit my top speed, but we're gonna test it right now. 13, 15, 16. 18. My favorite mode has to be probably high mode. 13 miles per hour is just enough for me. I don't really need to go any faster than 13. I'm still getting used to it, but it's not that bad. Alright guys, so after riding these skates, I got a range around 4.5 miles throughout my whole riding session. I couldn't go more than that. My legs are worn out. Looking at the remote, I had around 3 out of 5 bars left. So technically, I could still go around another 4 to 7 miles, which would give me around 12 miles of range, which is pretty good. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Now I will share you guys my opinion about these roller skates. First off, starting off, the acceleration is not bad at all. It is in Lingy ESC and it is quite smooth. Even in the highest mode, it will pick up very well. Now for braking, I did do a couple of braking tests and the brakes are aggressive. I had these brakes in pro mode. I did a couple of tests right here. They were pretty damn strong, so they will slow you down, not on a dime, but they will slow you down for sure. But anyways, we're gonna move on with some pros and cons I would like to mention. So just to start off with the pros, these skates are very portable. They will fit in any bag. It is not going to be a hassle to carry these, which comes to my next pro, that it is airline travel friendly. So the batteries are 91 watt hours each. They'll pass TSA restrictions. You could travel around the world, you could bring your electric shoes with you, and it won't be a problem at all just because it is under that limit. So next pro will be accessibility. You could definitely go walk upstairs very easily. I did have trouble going down the stairs, so you might have to hold on to a railing for that, but it's very easy because all you have to do is just hold on to the brakes, and the Lingy ESC will allow those motors to lock up, so you're not really rolling around. And if you see any gap in the road or any gap that is just too wide, too big to go over, you could easily just slow down and just walk right over it, or you could easily just walk on it in the grass. It's actually easier as well walking off terrain. One pro that I especially really do have to point out are the wheels. These rubber wheels have a nice threading on it and they have a nice flat contact patch like I mentioned, so you're gonna get that very good grip and comfort. I did feel very safe riding these around 12 to 13 miles an hour. For the charge time, if you buy the pro version, like I mentioned, you're only getting 1 hour of charge time, so you can literally ride for a good 12 to 15 miles, sit down, have a bite to eat, and if you only charge for half an hour, you're gonna get half of that range, so it is pretty good. Which comes to my last point, the range is worry free on these, because if the battery does die, you could always use them as regular roller skates. It is not a hassle. You don't have to push anything. The wheels are right underneath your feet. Now rushing on to the cons is the stability. So I would really like them to change the spacing of these wheels to make it a little bit more wider, because they are a little too narrow. And the reason I'm saying that is because you could easily twist your ankle if you're not careful enough. If you get used to it with the muscle memory, you should be fine. If it was more wider, I feel like it would be more stable. Next up is the fallback. That rear hub motor placed on the rear of the wheel, it will throw you back if you don't bend your knees. So if they could move that motor a little bit more further back, I feel like it wouldn't throw you back because it's not right underneath your heel. And the last con I would have to say are the straps. They do hold the feet very well, don't get me wrong, but after a couple of riding sessions, they will get loose, so you do have to regularly check and make sure they don't get loose, because if they do get loose, then you could have some problems in your riding. But anyways, RollWalk, they have done a great job. Right now, if you use their Halloween discount like I mentioned earlier, you can get $80 off and get these roller skates for around $400, which is a really good deal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more upcoming videos. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.